Hey there, Heather. Ho there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond. Welcome you to another Classic Soccer Tournament match. We have the Final Four. All this tournament, we have all the World Cup hosts, countries that hosted a World Cup and all that, even that co-host. So every World Cup from 1930, even to 2026 ish, we have the World Cup host nations. Of course, every country, every World Cup had one nation hosting until 2002 when Japan and South Korea decided to merge their bids together, and it was a decent tournament. Now 2026 will bring the second shared bid, whereas Canada, U.S., and Mexico will share World Cups, but U.S. is the main country this time. That's why the 2022 Canadian squad was used in the classic soccer tourney, World Cup host tourney that you previously saw. Give you a quick look at who was there. 38 France, 2022 Qatar, 2002 Korea, 54 Switzerland, 98 France, 66 England, 82 Spain, 70 Mexico, 86 Mexico, 50 Brazil, 94 US, Japan, 02 Japan, 2010 South Africa, 90 Italy, 30 Uruguay, 34 Italy, and then there were some matches. We added 58 Sweden to the mix. To 1982 Spain was added, 22 Canada was met. Obviously, we don't know what the 2026 Canadian team will look like, so I went with the current one, 2022. 206 Germany, I think, 94 USA, 2018 Russia. For some strange reason, I got two 1950 Brazil, even though one of them was supposed to be 2014 Brazil. 70 Argentina, 2018 Russia, 62 Chile, 90 Italy, 74 Germany. So we're down to the final four. We have the 74 West Germans, who took care of the 1950 Brazilians, who ended up playing. Well, of course, the 1950 Brazilians were hosting the World Cup, needed just a tie against Uruguay to win the World Cup, but they freaking botched it. And of course, Scafino's goal, or was it Chiquia? I can't remember whose goal. Was it that he just basically said he was one of two people to silence the Americana? The other one was Frank Sinatra. So yeah, they won and tied there. Then in the quarterfinal against Korea, 2002, South Korea, the team that went to the World Cup and got through. FIFA wanted the hosts to do well, and Korea got some argy-bargy against Italy in their first knockout game. That was kind of suspicious, don't you think? And then, of course, the quarterfinals against Spain, they even had some issues with that. They take on 1934 Italia, who beat the 1930, the first ever host, Uruguay. Many America's countries from North America, South America took first place. Not a lot of European squads happened, and then there was vice versa for 34 in Italy. Did I talk about the 74 West Germany? No, I did not. Well, anyway, 1958 Sweden, they won. They lost two, but they won 3-0. But 58 Sweden, they hosted the World Cup. Somehow got to second place, losing to a 17-year-old Pele and the Brazilians. And then the quarterfinals, they took on the 1950 Brazilians. Although one of them was supposed to be the 2014 Brazilian squad that looked good, and then they ran into a German buzzsaw and lost 7-1 in one of the worst semifinal appearance finishes ever. And I mean, like you have like teams like Sweden and Romania, or no, sorry, Sweden and Bulgaria that were like Cinderellas in 1994, and they lost by less than that 2014 Brazilian squad did in the semifinal. Of course, they take on the 34 Italians, handpicked by Mussolini, and then freaking Mussolini decided to handpick the referees and all that. Such was life. Ironically, they're playing West Germany, that. Well, Germany had Hitler and all that stuff. The 74 West Germans lost to East Germany. A lot of people said it was on purpose so that West Germany got a better draw for the second group stage, which they did well in, and then beat Holland in the final 2-1. 66 England won the World Cup on home turf. Well, they beat 98 France, who won the World Cup on home turf as well. And that was a tournament. That was the tournament final in which Ronaldo was inexplicably put in the Brazilian lineup, even though he suffered convulsions the day before. And a lot of people said Nike put the pressure on the Brazilians, which I tend to believe. So then they took on the 38 French squad that hosted the third World Cup, and of course that was when Mussolini was starting to get powerful again. And then now the '94 Americans. The last time North America hosted a World Cup was '94, and the U.S. accused of having the razzmatazz and buying that World Cup. It actually worked out great because they still have the highest average attendance of a World Cup ever. And this is like '94, where there was 24 teams, whereas you have the 32 teams and subsequently 48 teams for the 2026 World Cup. So that's you know they did something right. Of course, that was the World Cup when Andres Escobar scored that own goal that helped the Americans get to the knockout stages and screwed over Colombia. And then someone decided to take matters in their own hands by killing Escobar. And then now they take on 1990 Italy. Look at this 1966 England squad, 6-0. They've only conceded once. The 90 Italians, 5 wins, 1 loss. They took care of 2010 South Africa in the first round. South Africa, the first African nation, and so far the only African nation to host a World Cup. It was fine, but those stupid frivolous sailors. And of course, that was the World Cup which England botched it against the Americans with the 1-1 tie, which should not have been. Dempsey was just floating it back to the goalkeeper, and Robert Green fucked it all up. Of course, England's that wouldn't be the only World Cup fuck up for the Brits. They freaking had a goal disallowed that would have tied them with West Germany, or Germany, I should say. England probably would have lost to Germany as is, but still, Lampard's goal was there, and a lot of people said that was just petty revenge for 1966. And then the 62 Chileans, they lost to them 2-0. The 90 Italians did, but won 3-0 on their own turf thanks to an extra time goal. So, Chile in 62 had an earthquake in 1960, and then Charles Dipborn, the president of the Chilean FA, said, "It is that we have nothing, that we must have the World Cup." And FIFA agreed. And that's where the World Cup was held in Chile in 1962. And the quarterfinals against the '06 Germans, the first World Cup I ever really paid attention to. And, well, I saw England fall to Portugal in the quarterfinals thanks to that stupid wink from Cristiano Ronaldo. Even though Rooney did some terrible stuff, I think he would have only gotten yellow. But Ronaldo did his play acting and got Rooney a red card, which ruined England's chances. And Germany should have been in the final of the World Cup, of their own World Cup, but stupid Italy with Grosso's extra time goal ruined it. So yeah, they're 5-1. The 1966 English squad went to the World Cup on home turf. They had North Korea at that World Cup. They tried to send North Korea far away to Middlesbrough, but the fans actually, the town actually grew to love them because Middlesbrough thought they were being shunted away from English culture and all that stuff. Of course, North Korea won a trip to the knockout stages, were beating Portugal 3-0 in the quarterfinals. People forget about that, but lost by conceding 5 straight goals, 4 of those 5 to Eusebio. England winning thanks to Jeff Hurst's hat trick. Of course, that second goal by Hurst should not have counted, and I'm saying that as an England fan, I know how the Germans feel. Of course, the 1990 Italians hosted a decent World Cup. They actually put England and Ireland in the same group and put them away from the mainland onto an island because of hooliganism, all that shit. Worried about that. 98 Italy took third place. Well, they actually were defeated by the one man they didn't want to be defeated, Argentina, with Napoli's own Diego Maradona on there. They took care of England, but I think England didn't really care. So yeah, Italy did that. 1990 World Cup. That was when West Germany beat Argentina, getting revenge for the 1986 World Cup. So anyway, that's all we got. So we are going to autoplay the two semifinal legs, 1-0 and 2-1. So it looks like West Germany and England might play. How much time? How am I wasted? 10 minutes. I'm going to do the final. Germany wins 1-0. England wins 2-0. So 66 England, 74 West Germany will go toe to toe. 66 England, 8-0 in this tournament. 22 goals for, 2 against. And they had to play in the preliminary round. They actually had to play one extra round. So and they've only conceded 2 goals. So that's amazing. 22 goals. Bobby Charlton has 8. Roger Hunt has 5. Jeff Hurst has 5. Martin Peters has 3. Those 4 guys have more goals scored than they have had England concede. And 74 West Germany got through to the last 16 by a bye. 5 wins and a tie. Well, they tied 1950 Brazil, but they won 5 straight since. And the funny thing is, those 5 straight wins, they have yet to concede. They've only conceded 1 goal, and that was to the 50 Brazilians. Regardless of that, Gerd Muller and Uli Hoeneß with 3 goals, Bonhoff, Grabowski, Overath with 2. So they're more spread out, I think. So yeah, we're going to watch the final between England and West Germany. One of them has changed color, and that's Germany. 6 England, 4-4-2. So as Germany, right? No, they're 5-2-3 actually. It's a 5 So England's starting really good. Thanks. West Germany has Sepp Maier. On defense for England, Jackie Wilson, Jackie Charlton, Bobby Moore, and George Cohan. Midfield of Martin Peters, Bobby Charlton, Nami Styles, and Alan Hall, with Jimmy Greaves and Roger Hunt up front. Yes, these are the main ones, and that's very easy. 34 West Germany has Bernie Folks, Schwarzenbeck, Beckenbauer, Paul Breitner, and Bonhoff, defenders, and then midfielders, 2 of them, Overath, Hoeneß, 3 forwards, Herzog, Muller, and Hinnex. First half, so scoring. Shots on target are 2-0 for Germany. Basketball 5-1 for Germany. No cards, which is here that we're going to watch this in real time. We're done. still 0-0. Yes! There we go! For once, England's won a tournament. For once, I can hold my head up high. I'm surprised England didn't use first with Callahan. Third substitute. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Bobby Charlton gets the goal. Thanks a lot, Schwarzenbeck. Your red card helped us. Bobby Charlton in the 101st minute. England wins a freaking tournament for once. They win for once. Yes, I knew something was coming my way. I knew something was going my way. For once, a Canadian has something going his right way in soccer. Ha ha! Yeah. Woo! Celebrate good times. Come on. Yee-hoo. Celebrate good times. Come on. All right. I'm going to end this video now. Anyway, I've jumped time and adieu.